Welcome back to Ahead of the Curve. I'm rejoined by Astra Teller, who is the chairman, founder, president of a company called Body Media, and you used a term that we want to understand now, dashboard for the body, which begins with some hardware and there's the software. Let's do it the hardware
Okay,
first.
so the challenge is, in order to have a dashboard for your body, and that's what people really want, is to understand for the first time what's going on in a way that makes them feel more human instead of less human. But I'm going to have to do three things in order to accomplish that. First, I'm going to have you wear something. And it's got to be something you would wear most of the time, otherwise let's not even start. Then I have to analyze that data. Now, me personally, it's no good if I have to analyze it. The computer has to analyze it, and that's pretty hard. And then ultimately, I need to show you the information.
All right.
And so we're going to come back particularly to that last part because it depends on who's being shown. So this is the current version. This is the current version of our product. It's an armband. It's a little bit bigger than a watch. You wear it up above your elbow and the back of your tricep. So you just slide it on. There is no on button. It just knows that it's on your body. And it is a computer. So it has many sensors in it. It turns on many times a second and takes a view of your body. And then
not just pulse.
Not just pulse. It's taking a range of different lower-level vital signs, ones that end consumers don't really care about and doctors don't really care about. The challenge for our company, Body Media, is to derive higher-level statements about the human body. You know, when were you in bed last night? 8 hours? Hey, that's good. But wait, you only slept for 5. That probably came from megabytes of lower-level vital sign data, but is that distilled set of statements that is the dashboard for your body. To know about your body position, your sleep states, when you're physically active, what kind of physical activity you do.
So is it being recorded in the hardware then?
It records in the hardware. It is analyzed in the hardware. It can be stored here for up to weeks at a time, but it can also be moved wirelessly to your PC and to the internet.
And if you do that, then what do you see?
Let me show you over here.
Okay.
So this is an example dashboard for a person's body. In this case, the application is weight loss. So the person is seeing how many calories they've consumed, how many calories they've burned, and a kind of weightometer for their body. You know, typically when people go through weight loss, the feedback they get is, I'm still fat. Because that's all the weight scale tells them.
Right.
But when they see a dashboard for their body with this weightometer and it says you're losing weight at the rate of 1 pound a week, that's incredibly motivational.
And that's because this is picking up what from the body that can tell you how much weight you're losing?
This is picking up the issues of calories in versus calories out by taking a very accurate read on how many calories you're burning, much more accurately than you could get from a heart strap or a pedometer. And knowing when your weight changes, it can actually calculate how many calories you must be eating and then show you that relative trade-off that you're making every day, calories in versus calories out.
Okay, so again, this is not doctor stuff then. This is consumer. This is a consumer product.
This is a way for you to become the first line of defense in your own health. It doesn't mean you're going to do brain surgery on yourself. There will always be doctors and hospitals. It is recentering healthcare to make you the driver's seat for your own body. Let me show you where this technology is going.
Okay.
In about 12 months, this product will have become this product. Much smaller, and it will simply be worn up above your elbow on the back of the tricep, or possibly you'll just adhere it over your heart like this.
Quick timeout.
Sure.
What is this reading from my tricep that's telling me all of these other things beyond pulse and
Okay, you understand. There is the lower level things it's sensing, which I will tell you, and its job is to derive these higher level statements. So heart rate, galvanic skin response, motion from a multi-axis accelerometer, heat flux, the rate your body produces and releases heat. I can see your eyes glazing over.
No, they're not glazing over. I'm staring at you with endless fascination.
It's good that
but what I find interesting is that you're telling me that these things actually speak a language to you that tell you what's happening in much more complex ways.
They do. The traditional way that body monitoring has worked is to take one output, reverse engineer the human body so that we know why the human body produces those signals, and then you give those outputs to a doctor. This is coming at it from the other end of the telescope. We're looking at this fire hose of lower level vital sign data and making statistical, mathematical models that say you actually burned 2,102 calories yesterday.
What if, let's take weight loss out of it. Say I have a sick kid, and I'm home, but I'm in another part of the house or not watching the child moment by moment. Is there an application for that?
Absolutely. Imagine, for example, that you were to put this onto a child And then from somewhere else in the house, you could understand about things like their sleep patterns, or whether or not they were still breathing, or their temperature, or other things. So
whether the child had swallowed the device,
for example. So, in other words, a dashboard, not just for your body, but now you're talking about a mother having a dashboard for her daughter's body, or so that I could have a dashboard for my elderly mother's body.
We have to wrap up, but a quick question, since this sounds like something a lot of people would be interested in. What's the cost?
These are very different depending on the different applications. Scientific researchers buy them from us. The one I showed you, the screenshot, that's from Apex Fitness. You can go into a health club, many health clubs, and buy those today. It's a few $100s.
Thank you very much, Astor Teller. It's fascinating. We're going to have you back as this thing develops, and we'd love to see some more about this one. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm John Donvan, and now you are Ahead of the Curve.